Coming up on Small Town Big Deal.
Right this way.
Inside the Winchester Mystery House, the most bizarre mansion ever built.
It's a staircase to nowhere.
Did this heiress build a mind-boggling mansion to ward off ghosts?
Sometimes he appears in the basement pushing a wheelbarrow.
Then we learned to prepare an all-time favorite Mexican dish.
All right, Jan's on 3.
Who's got the right stuff for a tamale takedown?
How do you oh my goodness.
Welcome to Small Town Big Deal. I'm Rodney Miller.
And I'm Jan Carl.
You know, there are amazing homes all across America.
We're guessing you've never seen a home quite like this one.
That's why millions have come to visit.
And legend has it that some pretty spirited guests have never left the Winchester house.
There are so many reasons why the word mystery was added to this mansion's name. Much of what you see inside seems to defy explanation.
Open this door and you hit a wall. This may look like a closet, but it actually leads to another room. And we're just getting started.
We are at one of the most popular spots inside the Winchester house.
It's called the door to nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
And it's called that for a reason. That first step's a doozy.
It all began in 1886 when Sarah Winchester bought an 8-room farmhouse in San Jose, California, located less than an hour outside San Francisco. She was the wealthy young widow of William Winchester, whose family created the Winchester rifle, famously known as the gun that won the West.
Sarah used her fortune to immediately begin adding on to the house, and on and on and on. Construction never stopped for nearly 36 years.
Why did Sarah keep expanding? No one knows for sure. She was intensely private, never did interviews, and never revealed why.
Legend has it that Sarah fell under the influence of a medium who told her she would be haunted by the ghosts of Winchester rifle victims unless she built non-stop. Others say she hoped to confuse or trap evil spirits with the constant building and bewildering layout.
Whether true or not, tales of the supernatural have been tied to this house ever since.
Even after all these years, there is so much intrigue still about the house. Even Hollywood made a movie in 2018 starring Helen Mirren called Winchester.
Do you believe in ghosts, Dr. Price?
I do not believe in anything I cannot see or study.
I feel their presence. In the air, in the walls.
The movie only used a couple of actual rooms during filming, but there are 160 in total. None more spectacular than the Grand Ballroom.
This is one of my favorite rooms. It has a 12-foot ceiling. It's the only one in the house.
Winchester historian Jann guides us through the entire mind-boggling mansion, from the elaborate twin dining rooms to the servants' call room that was state-of-the-art for its time.
They estimate that she spent about $5 million over the course of construction.
That's more than $70 million today. But Sarah could definitely afford it. It's estimated her stake in the Winchester Company generated $1,000 a day all those years ago.
The house has 10,000 windows.
That blows my mind every time I hear that.
2,000 doors, 47 fireplaces, 40 staircases, 6 kitchens, 3 elevators, 13 bathrooms, and 1 shower.
One shower.
One shower. Well, you have to remember, showers were not common that day, except in the houses of the wealthy, and women, in particular, were not really supposed to shower. It wasn't very ladylike.
This is Sarah's bedroom, where she passed away at age 83. There are only 2 verified images of the heiress, this one in her later years, and this portrait in her 20s.
And you can see what a pretty young woman she was. Very petite, 4'10". She was just a tiny little thing, but big ideas. A small lady with very big ideas.
So Sarah was pretty amazing. I mean, she never had a master set of blueprints. She just kind of sketched things out on a tablecloth or napkin, whatever might be handy.
So come here, you have to see this.
Some speculate that this hodgepodge approach is the real reason for the architectural chaos, and it had nothing to do with ghosts.
It's a staircase to nowhere.
However, it did actually used to go to the second floor, but then Sarah built a floor here, so what to do with the staircase? You just leave it for future generations to talk about.
There's also a switchback staircase with steps that are only 2 inches tall.
You have to walk 100 feet, go up 44 steps, but you only rise 9 feet.
I understand this was because she had very bad arthritis, and it's how she could actually get from her bedroom down to the carriage house to go anywhere.
Before being widowed, Sarah and her husband lost their only child at 6 weeks old, so Sarah longed for family. That creates yet another theory why she kept building, so that she could keep her workers employed and near her. They had become like family to her.
This photo of her carpenters hangs on the back porch, which now sits in the middle of the house.
Maybe she saw no need to remove it, or maybe it reminded her of the old house that she started with.
Yeah.
But in any case, they kept building, and the house goes for over 100 feet off to the west from here.
And look closely at the photo, because this man is rumored to still be on the job.
And we call him the wheelbarrow ghost because sometimes he appears in the basement pushing a wheelbarrow.
Oh my gosh, he's still working?
He's probably the most faithful employee ever. I think he liked it here, and so he
Works
just
cheap.
keeps coming back. Exactly.
Still ahead? What happened when Houdini went ghost hunting in the house?
Plus, the terrifying reason Sarah never went inside this room again.
I think she even considered tearing the house down.
Welcome back to Small Town Big Deal. We're inside the famous Winchester Mystery House, an historic landmark in San Jose, California.
Sarah Winchester spent decades transforming this modest farmhouse into a 24,000 square foot mansion. And as the home grew, so did the tales of supernatural occurrences.
Are there some people who feel they have seen spirits or ghosts?
Mm-hmm. Usually it's kind of shadow figures that they like to describe them as. They're very shadowy looking. They don't have a lot of form.
All the spooky stories even drew legendary escape artist Harry Houdini to visit the house.
Houdini was on a campaign around 1924 to debunk a lot of the spiritualists, the charlatans who were practicing all around the country. Because he himself was a magician, escape artist, he knew all their tricks.
This is said to be Sarah's private seance room. Houdini entered at midnight, just like it's rumored Sarah would do after she rang the steeple bell.
Apparently Houdini enjoyed his visit, but they say that he left with more questions than answers, which is true of most people who come here, I think.
Welcome to the Winchester Mystery House. Right this way.
Even some of today's tour guides say they have had unusual experiences.
There was one day while I was in the grand ballroom, I felt something pull at my skirt a little bit. So lots of very small, mischievous things like that.
However, rumors of ghosts had nothing to do with a truly terrifying event that struck the house. This room shows the scars of the devastating San Francisco earthquake of 1906.
This was supposed to be Sarah's bedroom before the earthquake.
And I can see why this might have been her bedroom because it's the front of the house.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's light and there's windows.
And it has some of the finest stained glass windows in the house, her daisy set. So we call this the daisy bedroom.
It's believed the quake trapped Sarah inside the room, and this mark was caused by a crowbar used to pry her out. It's said that Sarah never went back inside the room again.
At the time of the quake, the house was actually 7 stories tall, but the top 3 floors sustained so much damage that Sarah chose to remove rather than repair them.
I think she even considered tearing the house down at one time because of all the damage.
When Sarah died in 1922, her infamous house sold at auction, but only brought $135,000, a paltry amount compared to the $5 million Sarah had spent constructing it.
The first tours began just 5 months after her passing, so that all who were interested could experience the mysterious maze Sarah built.
What are you doing, Jan?
I'm just trying to scare the people on the tour.
The mansion is such a twisty-turny labyrinth that tour guides take visitors through it. But when they challenge Rodney and me to find our own way out, we're up for the task.
So they challenged us to see how long it'll take us to get out of the house from the top floor down to the front door.
Right. Normally I would think, you know, maybe a 3-story home, it would take less than a minute, right?
Yeah.
I don't think that's going to happen this time. So
I don't think so.
check the time on your watch.
Got it?
Okay, you ready?
Yep.
Okay, let's go.
Let's go.
Okay.
We need to go that way. You're
Are you
supposed
sure?
to lead.
But I was going to go that way. You want to go this way?
Should we go that way
Which way?
or this way?
There is nothing that way.
We're going up instead of down, but wait a minute.
Yeah.
This is where we started.
Do you think? I wanted to go this way in the first place.
Well, let's go that way then.
Thank you very much.
Okay, now where?
This way. There's a door.
Do you think this is the right way?
No.
Well, there's a...
What do you think?
Okay.
Oh, I remember this room.
Yeah.
Does that door open?
Wanna go that way?
It looks too easy. This way.
Got the little steps again. Now where?
Ooh, look at this tile. That is beautiful.
Focus. So I think we're getting close now. Let's go this way.
We're close, we're close. There's the dining room.
Yes, so to the left, to the left.
To the left.
Yes. There it is.
Ah, sunshine.
We made it.
How long did it take?
Only 17 minutes. But we made it.
Are we supposed to high five 17 minutes? You know what? It was a lot of fun.
It's a victory.
Yeah, that's right.
So what do you think describes the continued fascination of this house?
Some people come because they've heard Sarah's story and they're fascinated by it. Some people come because they love old houses. Some people just come because they're hoping to see ghosts. Their story just lives on.
Go! Up next, it's a spicy battle in the kitchen that keeps a top chef laughing.
Yeah.
Welcome back to Small Town Big Deal. If you love Mexican food and you want to learn how to make one of the most beloved dishes, well, you're in luck.
So we're about to learn how to make tamales from New Mexico chef
Mika Chavez.
So Rodney, hang on to your hot sauce because things are about to get spicy.
Our nation's oldest capital city is Santa Fe, New Mexico. And at more than 400 years old, it's just getting better with age. It's a hub for artists, chefs, and other creative dreamers who thrive on the city's unique blend of Spanish, Native American, and Anglo cultures.
Some of the most delicious results of those influences can be found at the popular Santa Fe School of Cooking. It's a recreational culinary school that will teach anybody how to cook signature dishes.
So Mika, what are we making today?
Well, today we're going to be making a New Mexico staple, pork tamales with a little bit of red chili sauce. Rodney's going to start on the red chili sauce. So you're going to take this chili powder and you're going to stir that around until you can kind of feel it in your nose. All right, Jan, you and I are going to be making some tamales.
So is my nose supposed to start running?
Not into the pot, though.
So this is known as masa harina. Masa harina is the flour, masa is the dough.
Okay.
The same flour to thicken our red chili that we're going to use to make the tamales.
So my nose is not running yet.
You know, that was a throwdown, Rodney, and you might not have wanted to throw that down.
Oh, we can make it run. This color is simply amazing.
You are inspiring him to be a good cook.
I'm glad, because we're eating this.
Is it going to be spicy hot?
Okay, I'm from El Paso.
So for you, no.
It's spicy hot.
Well, here's what happens when you eat chili, and you both just did this. You both smiled.
Oh!
So when you eat hot chili, you get a chili buzz. You can get downright giddy on really hot chilies. I am dead serious.
I've never heard of a chili buzz, but I have to admit, I'm a bit of a wimp when it comes to spicy, so maybe that's why.
Is everybody here happier?
We have 300 days of sunshine. That can never hurt.
Lots of chili.
Lots of chili. You know, yeah, I think so.
After we combine the pork and the chili sauce, we're ready to fill the corn husk.
We use corn husks because corn grows here. Tamales are considered by food historians to be the first fast food. These were eaten by pre-Incan, pre-Aztec, pre-Mayan armies.
The fact that armies ate it makes sense. I mean, it's a complete meal that's portable, but their fillings were only beans and squash mostly.
Today the fillings can still be simple, or they can contain more elaborate, slow-cooked, seasoned meats.
Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys one. You're gonna take about a golf ball size ball of dough. You don't wanna overfill these at all.
I always overfill my tacos.
Because then you make detonators. You can go back for another one.
I know.
So you're gonna roll this like this, and then fold one side over, and then roll. Okay, so this is a $2 tamale. This is a $3 tamale.
Fancy.
Fancy.
Gets a bow.
Yeah. Let's see who can make 3 fastest.
Rodney's like, oh, I should have been watching more closely.
All right, ready, set, go. That's a big golf ball.
That is like a softball.
Wow, that one's got an hourglass figure. You did it like your tacos, huh?
Yeah.
I don't think the teacher's supposed to be laughing at you.
She's gonna beat me bad.
But we are very competitive.
I didn't catch that.
Yeah, you didn't catch that.
Not even a little bit, no. All right, Jan's on 3.
How many you make? Oh my goodness. How many are you supposed to make?
3.
Oh my.
You can steal mine for your second one if you want. Look, she's in like action position.
Yeah, aren't I?
I think mine will taste good, but it wouldn't look very good.
All right, Christmas is coming, and she's got 3.
Mine look very homemade.
They're rustic.
I like that.
Rustic.
Rustic. Mika is the perfect coach for me because she's energetic, she's fun, and pretty forgiving.
You were a good teacher. I knew exactly what I needed to do. I just couldn't do it. What can I say? A man's got to know his weaknesses.
Here's a tamale for you all to taste.
I'm getting a doggy bag.
I won the stirring. You got to give me that.
There was no stirring contest. I didn't even stir. He didn't win
I
stirring.
still won.
He didn't win stirring because I didn't get to stir.
Win or lose, the tamales are delicious, and Santa Fe is a great town to visit.
Yeah, we have fun in the kitchen.
And the Santa Fe School of Cooking is a great place to learn culinary skills and to see if chilies make you smile. We'll be right back.
We hope you've enjoyed this episode of Small Town Big Deal.
You know, I've always wanted to learn how to make tamales, and I creamed Rodney in a competition. Okay, that is a double win. Yes.
Hey, but mine tasted good.
Wait, they had the exact same ingredients.
Well, if we're going to have that many tamales, you know, we might need 2 dining rooms, kind of like at the Winchester house.
At the Winchester house. Okay, that place was crazy. So many different unique things. And the theories behind why she did what she did.
I mean, it's definitely worth a visit. I mean,
Absolutely.
It's a part of American history.
It is. And it's super strange.
I'm Rodney Miller.
And I'm Jann Carl.
Join us again next week when once again we celebrate the great stories from across America.
Pork is a food group.
It is.
Praise the Lord.
That's right. Praise the Lord.
It's the other white meat.
You mean there's another one?
Pick a pepper at its peak. Okay, pick a pepper at its peak. Say that 10 times.
I'm just trying to scare the people on the tour. It's not working. Let me out. Help me. Oh, he's taking a picture. I'm lost.
Go ahead, just start over. I'm just playing with you.
I can hit a lot harder.
Yes, you can.